Hi, welcome to the Arcade Buffet. We have another K7000 25-inch monitor repair. This is Zenomorp chassis number 3. Had a lot of problems with this one. A couple things that he had done and was trying to fix and couldn't figure out and different things. So let's get started. First off, put a new Molex connector on it for the power. Needed a new VR voltage regulator. Needed new pots 102 and 105, and needed a bunch of other repair work, so let's get into that. This particular chassis had been rewired by him trying to fix a brightness problem, so I had to take and put all that back together like it was supposed to be from the factory, so I had a fresh starting point to go from. Well, first, before we had to do that, I had to get the monitor wired up correctly. Well, a lot of these 25 inches have a C36 and C69 location. Well, this one only has a C36 location. So somehow or another, sometime or another, not real sure why or how, but C36 and a C69 capacitor were installed. Well, it's not correct on this particular model. The only difference is you put a standard C36 in there, which is the four-legged beast, or loop the C36 and put a standard two-legged cap in there. But what that does on this particular model, it shorts C37 and the diode that accompanies it, D15. Well, normally you wouldn't have this short, but on this particular chassis it is required. So once I figured all that out, put it back together and kept it stopped going into high voltage shutdown. So that fixed that problem. Then we had to contend with the problem with the brightness control. Well, measured a bunch of parts in the brightness circuit, and nothing was out of spec, nothing was out of tolerance. So I went looking around the chassis, measured a couple other things, and of all things that was bad, it was R94 that was causing no brightness control. You could turn the brightness pot and it didn't do anything. Contrast worked a little bit, but brightness didn't do anything. So he had suspected that the flyback was bad, and I'm like, well, I don't think so. So after a couple emails back and forth, he sent it in to me for a repair. So anyway, that's what had to go and get done to it. And as you can see, the brightness works just fine. All the way from one end of the pot to the other works just fine. And so does the contrast. Works just fine. Bleeds the screen like it's supposed to. Alright, well, the other thing about this is it's a non-standard chassis running on a standard yoke. And what that does is due to the yoke difference, as you can see on the left and the right, the left looks a little bit, it looks wider than the right. And what happens is, if you change the horizontal position, you see how it squishes the sides. Well, that's what happens when you run it on a yoke that isn't made for it. But all the controls work just fine. Ignore the snow. That is my test station. All controls work fine, as they should. It has been adjusted to this tube. All colors are fine. Brightness, contrast, focus, everything looks good. So I'm going to let it run overnight as its burn-in test period, and get it packed up and ship it back out to him. So as you can see, it looks great. This one was a little more difficult to repair, took a little bit more troubleshooting, but is what it is, and it is repaired, fully working. So thanks for watching. If you need any parts, tips, tricks, comments, hints, hit me up at the bottom of this video, or my Gmail, thearcadebuffet@gmail.com, or my website, thearcadebuffet.com. Thanks for watching.